Hello everybody, it's your boy Universal Veteran here again with another video, and today I just want to talk about my miniature painting and how far I've gotten with it. I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see, but basically over the last 2 weeks or so I have pretty much invested my effort into getting into miniature painting with Warhammer 40k. Because of that, I have purchased a shit ton of different colors, from bases to contrast, technical. There's a few in here. There's a dry. This is layer and shade. So I have done quite a bit to actual like painting miniatures. The biggest thing for me was to get something that would allow me to like have a hobby outside of video games. For the longest time I have spent most of my time just playing video games and just using that as my like permanent like skill set. That doesn't really make much sense, but over the last like 10 to 12 years, I haven't really had anything that I can really say that I do really well in. Outside of truck driving, like when it comes to just like being good at a certain skill, there's really nothing I can really say that's quality work. So I've spent the majority of my time playing video games, and the problem with that is, let's just say I'm really good at Halo, really good at fucking just playing Halo, and even if I somehow manage to get to the highest on the rankings or whatnot, I'm not really that good in terms of, like, if the game were to die, I would lose all of that skill set eventually, So when it comes to like any kind of actual skill in real life that I can take with me and retain over my lifetime, there really hasn't been anything. I've used video games as that crutch to just like, that's it. That's just all I've used. So over the last couple weeks, I've actually started painting miniatures and trying to develop that skill set into a way that, like, turns into something. I'm still at the beginning phases of this, as like this is a poxwalker for the Death Guard Legion Nurgle. It's not the greatest. I will show you guys in a minute what it actually looks up close up. It's the best I can do with the current paints that I have available with me. But this is what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the 7th miniature that I've built over the last 2 weeks. And, I'm actually really enjoying this hobby. It's the building aspect is a little it's a pain in the ass in terms of building it. But when it comes to painting it, it's actually something that I'm really enjoying, which is a good thing. I'm going to show you guys that now. I'll show you from the first up until where I'm at currently. Let's see. This is, so what I did is I bought a Custodes box. I came with 5 Custodes Wardens. And unfortunately, I actually fucked up on the first miniature that I ever built. I don't know if you can tell. You see that little seam right there. When I was building the first miniature, I actually fucking built the wrong cowl for the Captain General, and because of that, now I can't actually continue finishing with the Captain General. I don't know if you can see this, but this cowl in the front was supposed to be on this guy right here. But because I was impatient and I wasn't looking at the steps correctly, I fucked up and I put this one or the long version on this guy, and now the fucking Captain General has a short version. So I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with this. I mean, I might just say screw it and just build it as it is, but I don't know. I'm going to just go from there. But this is what my first miniature looks like as it is right now. Hold up, let me turn on the brightness so you can see. The highlighting is the hardest fucking part that I've really determined. When it comes to like shading or actually putting down the base paint for the Custodes, it's really not that bad. I don't know. The highlighting is the hardest part when it comes to like doing this. Like, as you can see, the blue right there on his knee guard, it is fucked up completely. The shading is completely messed up and it's not correct in terms of like the size and density and the width of from left to right, but it's the best that I could do at the moment. But this is the first one that I've ever built, or not built, but painted. It's not too bad. The red on the cowl is kind of meh. I didn't really have the advanced lighting that I have right now, but we'll move on to number 2. This was built probably 2 days later after I've watched a few more YouTube videos and learned that you can actually shade and highlight the actual cowl itself. But at this point, I didn't actually have the Retributor armor, the paint base that's right there. I didn't actually have this at the time. I was waiting for the shipment to come in the mail. So I just worked with what I had and used the gold armor that came with the Warhammer 40K gold set. But I'll show you this real quick. Oops, sorry. So yeah, the highlighting on this one is still pretty rough. I really tried my best to get it to where it needs to be, but I'm still struggling now on this. It's really, really difficult to do this properly. But when it comes to the red, when it comes to like the axe, I'm doing really good on the dry brushing, and like this one is not the greatest, but it gets better, trust me. So this is the second one that I've ever done. We'll put this in order from here to right there. So this one I actually did recently. I just winged it. I didn't do anything specific. Once I got the shipment in the mail from Games Workshop, I actually used the Retributor armor and just kind of worked from there. I watched the video, but still, like the highlights, just they're not the greatest. They're pretty shit, to be honest. The red, when it comes to the cowl, I was trying to use a mixture of the Word Bearer's red and the corn red, but it didn't come out the greatest. I'll just let you see this close up. When it comes to like the gold though, I mean, I will say that I am getting better in this one when it comes to like actually placing down the gold for the armor and the weapon. The next one after this is actually really, really good when it comes to like making sure that it's within the color spectrum. So like on the first one to this one, the gold up here, you can see clearly from this one that the gold kind of spreads out beyond the deeper shades of the detail of this minifigure. But this is my third one. This is the third minifigure that I ever painted. I did this on Friday night at like 2 in the morning. But so far, the best one that I've done with the Custodes is this one. I actually finished this one on Saturday the 5th, so the 4th. As you can see, I've done some dried brushing of the silver up there. I've actually managed to recreate some kind of paper with the flag bearer, but I completely skipped on the highlighting on this one, minus the shading of the gray, the feet and whatnot. But it's still, if I were to play a game, it's still fucking game worthy, to be honest. The shoulder guard's kind of fucked up. I just kind of painted it all gold, but for the most part, it is what it is. I think I like it. So, the axe, compared to the axe, like with that one or that one, the axe on this one is kind of shit. It's the best I can do. But then again, it's only the 4th miniature that I've ever fucking painted in my life. So it's not the greatest, but I'm getting better at it. Like the cowl, as you can see, there is the recesses. You can see kind of the shading in there, but I still have some room for improvement. The shoulder guard, the red, I just kind of painted it the red because I couldn't figure out the best way to do it, so I just kind of dumped all the red I could in there. But for the red flag bearer and whatnot, I feel like I did a really good job in that to get that depth perception. But the shading, the highlighting is still, it needs some work. It really needs some fucking better highlights. These are the Custodian Wardens. I'm going to buy another Custodes set in the future so we can get like a fully gold set going forward. But these are the first 4 that I've painted. We'll move on to the actual Poxwalkers. So what I'm going to do in the future is I'm going to build Custodes and Death Guard. Custodes and the Death Guard are my favorite faction in the Warhammer 40k universe, so I'm going to start with these two and then just kind of spread out as I go. This is the Poxwalker that I started off with. This was today, around like fucking 11 in the morning. I just kind of threw whatever fucking paints that I had at the moment and just kind of said, fuck it, I'm just going to just paint whatever I can on this goddamn thing and just go from there, you know? So it's pretty fucking terrible. Thankfully, it's a zombie. It's a fucking Poxwalker. There's really no, detail-oriented things that I need to do with this. So it's not like it's that big of a deal. I still have 9 to go from this one. So this is what the Poxwalker looks like. This is the first one. And finally, to end all of this, to finally put all of this to the end, I'm at number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is number 6 and number 7 back here. This is what I have done tonight. Oops. I've spent the better part of 3 hours painting these. My biggest problem right now is these boils and these like pustules and whatnot are very, very detail oriented. And I am struggling a lot when it comes to like actually painting these authentically, you know. I don't know if you can really see like the details and whatnot, but I've used every color in the fucking world that I have at the moment to like make these look legit. I put none oil on the back pouches and the blue and whatnot, but I don't know. It's not the greatest, but it is what it is. It's good for a beginner fucking painter. But yeah, this is the second Poxwalker. And then finally, we have the one that I just finished earlier. This is what the Poxwalker looks like. I tried to change up the color palette on this to make it look a little bit different, but we'll see if you think it looks different or not. The red, I think I feel like I needed to go over a couple more times before it actually, like, as you can see in like the leg and whatnot, the trousers, I feel like I could have went over the red a few more times, but I don't know. It works for me for now. It's not the greatest, but fuck it. It works, man. But yeah, these are the current ones that I've done so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 miniatures that I have painted. I'm only going to get better. I'm only going to improve with my skills in the future. These are just like temporary like miniatures to help me learn. So they're not going to be the greatest. I'm going to keep my entire lineup from the first all the way up to the fucking 500th. But for now, this is what it looks like. You know, I might get Poxwalkers in the future. I might get Death Guard in the future. I might get more Custodies, the fucking Custodies box, the Wardens, the Terminators, the fucking Dreadnoughts. You know, I'm going to get a lot more of this, and I'm excited. You know, I really fucking love painting this shit, and I'm really excited for the future of painting these boxes and just whatever I decide to paint in the future. I'm going to continue to paint whatever I like, you know, and I will upload it as I go. I might upload videos, I might do live streams or whatnot, but for the most part, these are the 7 that I've done so far. I will continue making videos in the future from 7 onwards. And hopefully, as I continue in the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and beyond, I get better in terms of my shading, my highlighting, and my depth, you know. But I just wanted to make this video for you guys so you can see where I'm currently at, what I've currently done, and everything in between. But I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out as always, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Have a nice night, guys.